Happiness is like water. If you open your hand, you can catch it and feel its coolness. But the moment you clench your hand to possess it, the water will slip through your fingers and disappear. Trying to be happy is the root of unhappiness. When you say, "I want to be happy," you are implicitly stating, "I am lacking happiness." That craving creates a psychological void, a constant anxiety. We are living in an age of unprecedented comfort. We have mastered the material world to a degree that would seem like black magic to our ancestors. We have climate-controlled rooms, pockets full of infinite information, and the ability to travel across the globe in a day. And yet, if you stand on a busy street corner and watch the faces of the people rushing by, you do not see joy. You see a frantic, low-level panic. You see eyes that are fixed on something invisible in the distance, a look of perpetual hunger mixed with exhaustion. We are like a man who has surrounded himself with a banquet of the finest foods, but who cannot eat a single bite because he is obsessively reading the nutritional label on the package, calculating if it will make him healthy tomorrow. Now let us explore the profound wisdom found not in adding more, but in letting go. The root of this pervasive joylessness is not that we lack the things that make us happy. It is that we have been hypnotized by a false theory of time. We have fallen into the trap of someday. From the moment we are born, we are indoctrinated into a linear view of existence. We are told that life is a journey, a pilgrimage, a progression from point A to point B. The meaning of life, we are led to believe, lies at the end of the line. It is always just around the corner. Think about how we raise our children. We send a child to nursery school, and we tell them, "You must study hard and be good so you can get into a good kindergarten." And then in kindergarten, the carrot is moved. You must prepare for the serious work of first grade. Then it is high school. Then it is the frantic pressure to get into a prestigious university. And when the young adult finally arrives at university, is allowed to breathe? No, the pressure intensifies. You must get the degree so you can get the job. Then, you must work hard at the job to get the promotion. Then, you must save for the house. Then, you must save for retirement. And finally, when the individual is 65 years old, having spent their entire life rushing from one staging post to the next, they are handed a gold watch and told, "Now you have arrived. Now you can enjoy yourself." But by then, the capacity for joy has atrophied. They have spent 60 years training themselves to be anxious about the future. They do not know how to be here. They are like a retired racehorse that continues to run in circles in the pasture because it does not know how to graze. This linear model of life is a hoax. It is a deception that robs us of the only reality we have, the present moment. Alan Watts famously corrected this view by pointing out that nature is not linear, it is musical. Consider a piece of music. A symphony has a beginning and an ending, yes. But the point of the symphony is not the ending. If the goal of the music were simply to reach the final chord, then the best conductor would be the one who played the fastest. Composers would write symphonies that consisted of only one crashing finale. People would go to concerts only to hear the last 3 seconds, but that is absurd. The point of music is the playing of it. The point is the melody, the rhythm, the rise and fall of the notes while they are happening. You do not dance to get to a specific spot on the floor. You dance to enjoy the movement. Yet we treat our lives not as a dance, but as a commute. We view the present moment as a waiting room, a dull, necessary inconvenience that we must endure to get to the good stuff later. We are constantly holding our breath. We are constantly saying, "I will be happy when. I will be happy when I get that raise. I will be happy when I get married. I will be happy when the kids grow up. I will be happy when this weekend arrives." This mindset turns the vibrant reality of the now into a ghost town. We are never where we actually are. We are always projected mentally into a fantasy future that by definition never arrives. Because when tomorrow comes, it is no longer tomorrow, it is today. And because we have conditioned ourselves to look for happiness in the next tomorrow, we miss it again. We are like a donkey chasing a carrot dangling from a stick strapped to our own forehead. We run and run, sweating and panting, never realizing that the distance between us and the satisfaction is fixed by our own mind. The tragedy of the modern human is that we are preparing to live, but we never get around to living. We are building a magnificent house, polishing the floors, arranging the furniture, but we never move in. We sleep on the front porch, guarding the door, waiting for the perfect moment to enter. This constant deferral of happiness creates a deep, gnawing anxiety. Deep down, we know something is wrong. We feel the passing of time. We see the gray hairs appearing, and a terrifying thought creeps in at 3 a.m. Is this it? Is this all there is? I did everything I was supposed to do. I got the grades. I got the job. I bought the stuff. Why do I still feel empty? You feel empty because you have been eating the menu instead of the dinner. You have been chasing the idea of a future happiness instead of tasting the reality of the present experience. The call to adventure in this episode is to wake up from the hypnosis of the future. It is to stop running. It is to realize that you have already arrived. The music is playing right now. The melody is this breath, this sensation, this room you are sitting in. If you cannot find joy here, in this imperfect, messy, ordinary moment, you will not find it anywhere, because anywhere else does not exist. We must dismantle the architecture of someday to rediscover the richness of today. But to do that, we must understand what exactly we have been chasing. We have been chasing symbols. We have been confusing the map with the territory. We have established that we are living in a hypothetical future that never comes. But there is a second, perhaps deeper reason for our collective loss of joy. It is a subtle form of madness that has infected the civilized mind. We have confused the menu with the meal. Alan Watts often observed that modern people live almost entirely in a world of symbols, concepts, and abstractions, rather than in the physical world of reality. We have become so obsessed with the measurements of life that we have forgotten how to live. Imagine you go to a fine restaurant. You are hungry. The waiter hands you a menu. It describes the most delicious dishes, roasted duck, truffles, vintage wine. But instead of ordering the food, you pick up the menu and start eating the paper. You chew on the cardboard. You swallow the ink. It is dry. It is tasteless. It gives you no nutrition. And yet you complain, "I have eaten the duck. It says duck right here in my hand. Why am I still hungry?" This sounds like the behavior of a lunatic. Yet this is exactly how we approach our happiness. Look at our relationship with money. Money is a symbol. It is a way of measuring wealth, just as inches are a way of measuring length. But money itself is not wealth. You cannot eat a dollar bill. You cannot wear a bank account. You cannot shelter yourself under a credit score. Wealth is the physical reality, the food, the clothes, the house, the ability to enjoy the environment. But we have become so bewitched by the symbol that we sacrifice the reality to get more of the symbol. We see men destroying their health, neglecting their families, and ruining their peace of mind, literally destroying their actual wealth in order to accumulate a higher number in a computer server. This is like a carpenter burning down his house to get more inches on his tape measure. He has a lot of inches, but he has nowhere to live. This confusion extends far beyond economics. It permeates our social existence. We live in the era of the image. Consider the modern tourist or the concert goer. You see them standing in front of a magnificent sunset or watching their favorite band. But are they looking at the sunset? No, they are looking at a glowing rectangle in their hand. They are busy capturing the image of the sunset. They are anxious about framing the shot. They are thinking about the caption they will write. They are capturing the symbol of the moment to prove to others and themselves that they were there. But in doing so, they have vacated the moment. They are not feeling the wind. They are not letting the music vibrate in their chest. They are merely recording a life that they are too busy to live. They have the photo, the menu, but they miss the sunset, the meal. Why do we do this? Why do we retreat from the messy, vibrant world of reality into the dry, sterile world of concepts and images? Because reality is dangerous. Reality is wiggly, as Watts would say. It is unpredictable. Clouds change shape. Music fades. Feelings come and go. People die. This impermanence terrifies the ego, which craves stability and permanence. A concept is safe. The word water is stable. It is always spelled W-A-T-E-R. But actual water is wet, slippery, and can drown you. A photograph of a party is static. It captures the smiles forever. But the actual party is a flow of awkward moments, loud noises, and fleeting connections. By trying to capture life in symbols and photos, in bank balances, in titles, in definitions, we are trying to freeze the wave so we can possess it. We want to take the living bird, kill it, stuff it, and put it on a shelf so we can say, I have a bird. But a stuffed bird is not a bird. It is a thing. It has no song. It has no flight. This is why the pursuit of happiness as a concept makes us miserable. We turn happiness into a rigid idea. We define it. Happiness is a wife, 2 kids, a BMW, and a vacation in Bali. We turn happiness into a checklist. We treat it like a grocery run. I have the car, check. I have the job, check. I have the spouse, check. Why am I not happy? You are not happy because you are hugging a mannequin. You have assembled the external symbols of a good life, but you have lost the internal capacity to feel. You have spent so much energy manipulating the symbols that you have forgotten how to breathe, how to taste, how to simply be. We are suffering from a spiritual starvation in the midst of a symbolic feast. We are intellectually full, but existentially empty. We know the price of everything and the value of nothing. The insight of this section is to recognize that you cannot satisfy a hunger for the real with a diet of the abstract. You cannot quench your thirst with the word water. To find joy, we must come to our senses literally. We must leave the world of thinking and return to the world of sensing. We must put down the menu and start eating the dinner. But this requires a terrifying act. It requires us to open our hands and let go of our tight grip on security. It requires us to stop trying to possess the world and start allowing the world to flow through us. This brings us to the metaphor of the water. We have stepped out of the waiting room of the future. We have put down the menu and decided to eat the dinner. But now we face the most difficult mechanism of the mind to dismantle, the instinct to grasp. The moment we find a crumb of genuine joy, a beautiful sunset, a moment of connection, a burst of laughter, our immediate reaction is to panic. We think, this is good. I must keep this. I must make it last. I must own it. And in that very split second of trying to capture the moment dies. Alan Watts offered the perfect image for this tragedy. He said that happiness is like water. Imagine you are standing in a clear, rushing stream. You want to possess the water. You want to take it home. So you cup your hands and you scoop it up. But then, in your anxiety to hold on to it, you squeeze your fist tight. What happens? The harder you squeeze, the faster the water squirts through your fingers. You are left with nothing but damp hands and a sense of frustration. But if you relax your hands, if you cup them gently, open to the flow, the water stays. You can feel its weight. You can drink from it. You can splash your face. You have it, precisely because you are not trying to strangle it. This is the great paradox of the emotional life. To hold is to lose. To let go is to keep. We are a civilization of clenched fists. We walk around with our souls tight, terrified that if we relax, our happiness will evaporate. We try to save moments like we save money. We take the picture to capture the memory. We cling to our partners to secure the love. We constantly check our emotional temperature. Am I having a good time yet? Is this the best time? Will it end soon? This checking mechanism is the death of joy. You cannot kiss someone and simultaneously think about how good the kiss is. If you are thinking about the kiss, you are not kissing, you are analyzing. You have stepped out of the experience and into the role of a critic. The mechanism here is the law of reversed effort applied to hedonism. The conscious pursuit of happiness is in itself a source of unhappiness. Why? Because when you say, I want to be happy, you are really saying, I lack happiness. The pursuit reinforces the lack. The more you chase it, the further it runs, just as your shadow runs away when you chase it. But if you turn your back on the shadow and walk towards the sun, reality, the shadow follows you. This grasping arises from our refusal to accept the fundamental nature of reality, impermanence. We want the sunset to last forever. We want the honeymoon phase to last forever. We want the high to never come down. But a sunset that never set would be a blinding, hellish nightmare. A high that never ended would be a coma. Life is vibration. It is a wave. A wave must go up and down to be a wave. If you freeze the wave at its peak because you love the peak, it is no longer a wave. It is a block of ice. We are trying to freeze the universe. We are trying to stop the flow of time. And because this is impossible, we are in a constant state of failure and anxiety. We ruin the party because we are worried about the party ending. There is a profound insight in the physiology of the body. You cannot breathe in if you refuse to breathe out. Imagine a person who loves oxygen. They think, oxygen is life. I must get as much as possible and keep it. So they take a giant inhale and then they hold it. They refuse to exhale because that would be losing the precious air. What happens? They turn blue. They pass out. To live, they must let the air go. They must trust that if they empty their lungs, the universe will fill them again. Happiness is the breath of the soul. It must flow in and out. There are times of joy, inhale, and times of sadness or neutrality, exhale. If you try to hold the inhale forever, if you insist on being happy all the time, you suffocate. This is why the positive thinking movement often makes people miserable. It tells them they must be constantly inhaling. It pathologizes the exhale. It tells you that if you are sad or bored or angry, you are failing. So you paste a fake smile on your face, the clenched fist of the face, and pretend. But deep down, you are suffocating for lack of truth. The ordeal for the hero in this stage is to unclench the fist. It is to look at the beautiful thing, the lover, the success, the peace, and say, I do not own you. You are a guest. Stay as long as you like and leave when you must. This requires a terrifying kind of trust. It is the trust that the universe is not a scavenger hunt where you have to hoard goodies, but a music box that plays a continuous, changing melody. You don't hoard the notes. You don't try to hold on to the note C sharp while the orchestra moves on to D. If you hold on to the old note, you create dissonance. You ruin the harmony. You must let the note go to hear the next one. You must let the moment die to be born into the next moment. The secret to joy is not accumulation. It is flow. It is becoming a conduit rather than a container. A container tries to hold water and eventually becomes stagnant. A conduit, a pipe, a riverbed, allows water to rush through it and is therefore always fresh, always moving, always alive. When you stop trying to get something out of life, life starts giving itself to you. When you stop treating the world as a commodity to be consumed and start treating it as a dance to be danced, the anxiety lifts. You realize that you don't need to capture the water because you are the water. You are the flow. You are the process. and you cannot lose what you are. So the practice here is the open hand. Next time you feel a moment of joy, notice the impulse to grab it. Notice the thought, I hope this doesn't end. And then, deliberately, open your mental hand. Relax. Say to the moment, I let you go. Paradoxically, you will find that the moment becomes more vivid. By not strangling it, you allow it to breathe. By not fearing its end, you can fully inhabit its presence. We arrive now at the final turn of the spiral. We have stopped running toward the mirage of someday. We have put down the dry menu of symbols and begun to taste the meal of reality. We have learned the gentle art of the open hand, allowing joy to flow through us without strangling it. But there is one final, liberating realization that underpins all of this. It is the answer to the question, if life is not a serious journey with a destination, then what is it? The answer, as the ancients knew, and as Alan Watts delighted in reminding us, is that existence is a game. Now, when we hear the word game, our serious adult minds recoil. We think game means trivial, frivolous, or irresponsible. We have been trained to believe that life is serious business. It is a grim struggle for survival. It is a test imposed by a stern God. It is a ladder to be climbed. But look at the universe. Look at the galaxies spinning in the dark. Look at the kitten chasing its tail. Look at the complexity of a snowflake. Does this look like work? Does this look like a factory line producing a product? No, it looks like play. It looks like energy exuberant for the sheer delight of expending itself. In Hindu philosophy, the creation of the world is called Leela, which translates to divine play. The idea is that the ultimate reality, the Brahman, pretends to be you and me and the tree and the star for the sheer joy of the experience. It is a cosmic game of hide and seek. The universe hides within the limited form of John or Mary and forgets who it really is, just for the thrill of eventually waking up and saying, "Peekaboo, it was me all along." This changes everything. If the universe is a game, then the purpose of your life is not to win. You cannot win the universe. You are the universe. The purpose is simply to play. When you play a game of cards, you might play to win, yes. That gives the game structure. But if you are so obsessed with winning that you cheat, or scream at your opponents, or have a heart attack from stress, you have missed the point of the game. The point was the fun of playing. We have confused sincerity with seriousness. A child playing with a truck is sincere. He is totally absorbed. He is making the vroom, vroom noises. He is fully present, but he is not serious. If the truck falls over, he laughs. He knows deep down it is a play. The modern adult is serious. He is anxious. He is heavy. He carries the weight of the world on his shoulders because he thinks the outcome of the game defines his existence. He thinks that if he loses the job, or the money, or the status, he ceases to exist. He has forgotten he is the player. He thinks he is the piece on the board. To find true, indestructible joy, we must recover the spirit of the child. We must recover the capacity for sincere play. This means approaching your life, your job, your relationships, your problems as a dance rather than a march. Soldiers march. They march to get somewhere. It is rigid. It is efficient. It is deadly serious. Dancers dance. They move to enjoy the movement. They spin, they leap, they dip. They are not trying to get to the other side of the room. The joy is in the step. How do you apply this to a spreadsheet? How do you apply this to doing the dishes? You do it for its own sake. You stop doing the dishes in order to get them done so you can go watch TV. You do the dishes to do the dishes. You feel the warm water. You admire the shine of the plate. You become the dance of cleaning. When you work sincerely. You give it your best skill, but you do it with a wink in your inner eye. You know that ultimately it is a game of forms. If the project fails, the sun will still rise. The galaxy will still spin. You are safe because you are not the role you are playing. You are the energy playing the role. This removes the crushing weight of importance. We are all walking around acting as if we are carrying the nuclear codes. We are tight, stressed, and grim. Alan Watts famously said, "Man suffers only because he takes seriously what the gods made for fun." Imagine the relief of setting that burden down. Imagine realizing that you do not have to justify your existence. You do not have to earn your right to be here. A rose does not earn its right to bloom. A cat does not submit a resume to be a cat. You are a manifestation of nature. You have a right to be here simply because you are here. Your only job, if you have one, is to be a clear channel for the music. So, the elixir we bring back from this journey is a change in gravity. We become lighter. We develop a sense of holy humor. We can still cry when we are sad, that is part of the music. We can still fight for justice, that is part of the drama. But we do not lose our center. We know that behind the mask of the tragedy, there is the smile of the universe. We stop chasing happiness as a destination, and we start stumbling over it in the grass. We find it in the smell of coffee. We find it in the absurdity of a traffic jam. We find it in the silence between thoughts. We find it because we have stopped looking for it out there, in the future, in the symbols, in the serious achievements. We realize that the joy we were seeking was the very nature of the seeker. You are the thing you have been looking for. So, stop the search, stop the struggle. The music is playing, the orchestra is swelling, the universe is extending a hand to you and asking, "May I have this dance?" Don't calculate the steps. Don't worry about who is watching. Don't ask where the dance leads. Just dance. Now let us rest in the simple, vibrant truth. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. When we let go of the future, release the symbols, and unclench our fists, we find that we are already holding everything we need. We are the music, and the music is beautiful.